Hi everyone, it's Nancy, and we're going to continue on our Flower Shop Ledger Journal. So the last time we were together, we were having, well, not we, I was having a little hard time, but I just had to play with it, and I glued it in, so we covered that up there, which is fine. If you don't want that piece of the folder up there, you could just cut it straight across like I said, but I kind of like it because we're gonna further enhance this part here. And then I put this ledger. I'm gonna list below because I am using Ruby and Pearl's, I think the kit is called Ruby and Pearl's Basics kit, and I might be using her another these I don't know what they're called, where you get the strips of the ledger here. So I can't remember what it's called, but I'll list those kits below because I think they work really well together with this journal. Okay, so we got this glued in. I'm happy with that. And then I said I was going to collage around the window of this envelope. And that's what I did. I just took part of the freebie because I did mention that Joey had a really beautiful freebie available in his Ko-fi shop. So you want to get that and make use of that. So I just collaged strips, nothing fancy. We can always add something here when we decorate. We can maybe add something here. We'll see. And so I did that, and then on this envelope I just cut another piece of the freebie and covered this whole envelope with that. So that's what I did. And then on the purple envelope I cut a piece of the Flower Shop on here, which I think is beautiful. So I glued that on there. And then on this side, if you remember this envelope, this is some vintage stationery. It had a white strip under here, and I just took a piece of the paper and just kind of glued it to cover the strip. And then we can have, we can put stuff in here, which we'll get to. So I wanted to continue, just show you that's where we ended up pretty much. And then if you have a window envelope, if you don't, you can still collage around the whole envelope. But we did that. I'm doing that. Put a piece of this collage here, Flower Shop. I'll show you what we're going to do there. And then I put a piece of the paper here to cover this of the white. And I just inked around the edges. And then we have that. Okay, so here we're going to continue working, and what I thought was in this envelope here, because we lined it with one of the pages, the basic background page that Joey has, we lined this. So I thought in here we're going to make a little ledger book to keep her receipt book in here. We're going to do that. So I'll show you how I'm going to make that. In this slot here, what I did for now is I had a piece of avocado dyed paper, and I just folded it trifold, and I just put it in there for now. So I don't know what else we'll do yet for that, but that fits perfect in there, and I love the way it sticks out and goes well with the colors. So we'll leave that there. So then we have this page here. On this side, I thought it would be nice. This is part of the kit. It's like a slotted ephemera holder, and I thought it would be perfect right there. So I want to put that on here. And I use an X-Acto knife to cut out the inserts here because it was a little hard, to get in with a scissor. Although if you have a tiny scissor, you could probably cut that out real nice. But I just use an X-Acto knife and cut that out. So I thought it would be super cute right there on that envelope. So I'm going to put it down. And oh, this is really going to be pretty. I'm really excited now of how this is coming together. And they'll all be different because it depends what size envelopes you're using, if you're using any colored envelopes. You make it your own because we all have different envelopes. So And you can add more envelopes. You know, you can really, if you really think about it, you probably could add quite a bit of other types of things too, but we'll get to that. We're just gonna, I'm just trying to get you started here. I'm trying to cover my glue here. That's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, this is going to come together real nice. So I'm going to put this like right here, kind of more towards the lower part than the top. And let me just hold that in place. And that's going to be a nice place to keep some cards, some receipts. We'll see what we're going to put in there, but I just wanted to get that on the page, because when you start adding to the flips here, it just, and layer by layer, it just looks so pretty. So it is cold here today. We're supposed to get about another inch of snow tonight, but another big round of snow is coming Friday to Saturday, so I'm okay with this weather. It's good weather to stay in and craft. Okay, so we've got that on that side, and that's down real good. Okay, so we have that. We're going to make the little receipt book to go in there. Flip that. Now on this side here, Joey has these real pretty pockets and tags that go with them, and I was looking at this one and I thought, oh, it looks so pretty. So pretty on there. What was I going to do on the front here? Oh, I know. Yes, I know. So this, see, once again, it has that. I did ink around it, and I thought this would be super pretty here. I don't think I inked the top here now that I'm looking at it. So I want to put this pocket here because I think it looks nice with my envelope. And then we still have, you know, room to make and put things in here too. So this, it gets quite a little bit chunky. You know, it's not thin, but we're going to put a tie closure for the front and a separate tie closure for the journal in the back. So it all stays nice and tucked in with no problems. Okay, let me cover that glue. And then I'm going to put this like right about here. Let me just hold that down for a second. I just like the colors, the way the colors went with this. The greens and the dusty peach here. Okay, so we have that there. All right, so then we're going to flip this way, and we're going to put, we are going to put, these are more pockets that Joey has, and he actually tells you on the bottom of the printed page, you can make it a double pocket. So I thought it would be really nice to make the double pocket here. So what you would do is glue the little pocket on top of the big pocket. And I was thinking it would look super nice there. And we can add more things. So what I'm going to do, I cut it out and I inked it. And I'm going to glue this pocket on top of here right now. So I hope everyone's doing well, feeling well, getting crafting time in, because it's good for the soul, right? We all have to find a little time for ourselves to craft. And especially, you know, in this kind of weather, if you have to stay in, make time for yourself. It's good for your soul. Yeah, and it makes me happy too. Okay, so then we have a double pocket there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this on right here. About right there I'm going to glue it. So let me get that on. So just think of how many pretty cute things we're going to be stuffing in these pockets here. And I'm keeping in mind that, you know, she's a lady. I'm going to say she's the florist lady. It's her shop. And, you know, I'm trying to think of what would she need in her ledger journal that she would carry around and keep with her when she takes floral orders, you know, orders for flowers, and she orders from her vendors, and, you know, things like that. And of course, this is in France. This floral shop's in France, you know. I don't know if I told you that, but yeah, it's in France. So I am going to just hold that down for a second while that takes. And we already folded back the bottom of the coin envelope, so that's going to be a little tuck in there, and I thought it'd be cute to keep her business cards in there. So we'll use some of the ephemera and maybe make some business cards to go in there. So that's cute, right? This side here, I don't know if we'll do something with that. We might put another pocket on there or tuck, but we're going to leave that for now. So on this white side here, I pre-cut another piece of the part of the flower shop. That page of the outside and inside of the flower shop are my favorites. Although I love all of sorry, words. I love all the other papers as well, but I did rip this one according to size, and I thought it would look real pretty there. So I want to glue that on to that envelope. So it just depends on what envelopes you used will determine, you know, what you're going to put on it and the size. You just, you know, just measure it with the ruler and rip or cut to the size that you need. You could still do the same image, but on a either larger or smaller envelope. It'll all work out. I'm just trying to get some glue on here. Yeah, so far I'm trying to keep up with the challenges and making this, and I've got some other ideas, but, you know, I don't want to be overwhelmed, so we're going to do one thing at a time. Oh, I just got glue on me. All right, I might stick my head in the camera, so I just want to make sure I'm getting this on correctly. And it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. I just love the image of the flower shop. So beautiful. I just hear French music playing in the background. The little bell rings when somebody opens the door. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here yet. And we might even put just some of the strip in here. Maybe we might do something with these strips here. But for now, what I want to do on this side is I took one of the journal cards and I cut this out because that is the lady that owns the shop and a customer, right? And I wanted to put her picture on the front. And then I cut a piece of the French strip here. And I love it because it says Paris. So I kind of cut it to size because my idea is to glue that here and then glue this right next to it. And she's on the cover like that. And then, excuse me, I'm going to put an eyelet right here where we can thread our seam binding through because it's going to tie over here. So that is what I'm going to do now. I just kind of measured my coin envelope to make these pieces fit. So I'm going to glue them on. Okay. I'm going to put that kind of close to the end. I already put a little pencil mark of where I wanted my eyelet to go in the middle. And then let's get these gals on. And if you have an envelope in the front, not a coin envelope, just a regular envelope, you could probably use the whole journal card image to put it on there. That would be really cute. I just cut off a little bit to make it fit here. Okay, so let's get this on. Okay, let me get that pressed down. Isn't that cute? Look how cute this is looking. I love it. I'm loving how this turns out. There's so much to look at, and you just want to flip and open and see what else is inside, right? Okay, I'll let that dry before I punch the hole. So let's go in. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? We're going to make the receipt book for inside here to go into this envelope here, okay? So I'm going to tell you what I did. Put this to the side. I took a piece of a manila folder that's folded. You see, it's just folded. I just cut it down to fit in this envelope here. And this is this envelope here measures, it's almost 9 by 3 3/4. So my piece of manila folder, and I left it folded because it's going to be a receipt book. I cut this down then to 8.5 by just slightly over 3.5, because I just wanted to make sure it was going in and out of here really easy. Okay, so it will it fits. Okay, so to make the receipt book, this will be the cover here, and I thought we could decorate the cover. So I went through some of my images that I have. I think everybody buys somebody's flower digital. Like, I think this could be from Rachel Roxy Creations. I think Tracy Fox has florals. A lot of people have florals. So when I have time and I'm watching TV or whatever, I'm cutting florals out, and I keep them in a bin, a little container. So when I need a flower, I'm going to pick one. So that's what I did there. I have a strip of the Ruby and Pearls. Boy, I'm gonna look to see what this is called, but you know what I'm talking about, okay? And then I have some actual French book page here, and has some gold on it. My friend that lives in France gifted me some beautiful papers, and she had put gold on there, so I'm using it. So I was thinking of putting some of the paper on one side here, and it doesn't have to match this one because I'm just going to glue this on something like that. I have a strip of this, which I'm going to glue on this side here, and I want to see that word Paris on there, and I thought, oh, this is going to look so pretty on there, more or less. So I am going to decorate the outside of this with that. You can use whatever you want. So I'm going to get this just inked up a little. It is like a vintage French book page, so it doesn't really need much more than what it has already. So I'm just going to do that and get this glued down. I think I'll glue this piece first. So this will be a fun little book, and believe it or not, there's a lot of room in here if you wanted to use it. Between the journal that we're going to put in the back and all the writing space on the inside, there's a lot of space for you to be writing on. So I'm going to glue that part here, and then this part here with the gold, I'm going to glue it right here. And it's okay that it's not cut correctly. I like it that way. It's supposed to look that way. So you get this on here. And of course you can, decorate with whatever you have. Okay. And I am going to... we're going to staple the papers in there. I'll show you, but I think I'm going to go about here, just slightly up there. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue that on there. I feel like I need to be having French music play. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Maybe when I do a final flip through, I'll find some French music to play. Oh, I could just hear La Vie en Rose, right? Wouldn't that be pretty? Do you know that song? I love that song. Okay. So I'm going to line it up down here first. Okay. There we go. Oh, and can you see that hint of gold on that paper? Isn't it pretty? And then I just want to glue this flower on here, just so I could see that word Paris too. Maybe I'll just hit it a little on the white edges with some vintage photo. Like that. Okay. Let's get this flower on, and then we'll put papers on the inside. And that's what I used on the inside, the Ruby and Pearl Basics kit. I think that's a great kit to have when you're needing kind of like antique looking papers that you can actually write on and use. That Basics kit is really nice. Of course, all her kits are awesome. I love all of Heather's kits. Okay. All right, let me get this on here. Just where I want it. Kind of off to the side like that, just so I can see Paris here. Because we know this flower shop's in Paris, right? Oh, isn't it pretty? Okay, let me show you. So then I wanted to, I printed some of the Ruby and Pearl Basic papers, and I wanted to, I took a measurement to see what size papers I wanted to use. So I printed 4 different sheets out. Some looks like ledger paper, graph paper. This one looks like a ledger here. And then we have like kind of a plain paper, and then this type of paper. Okay, so I cut it just slightly smaller than the width of my, slightly smaller, whatever the width of your manila folder that you cut, just a little bit smaller, like 1/8 of an inch on each side. And then I cut it just about the size, well, I left it at 8.5, I think, so we're gonna stick that in there. That should work. So I got 4 of them. I cut them up, and I'm just gonna, so then I got 3 sheets from each page. So I'm just gonna grab and alternate them. I'm just gonna alternate them, and then we're gonna get them in there and staple them. Doesn't matter how they go in, really. So you'll have plenty of paper in here. And let's see, we'll put that, and that. Okay. All right, so now we've got them all lined up. And what I was going to do is, let's put them in here, see where we're going to go. And you don't have to have this many papers in there if you don't want that many in there. I could have probably cut them ever so slightly smaller. Let's see if that's going to work or not. No, it works. It works. Okay. So that's what I was thinking. And then I thought we are going to staple, and I'm looking to see the thickness of my paper here. I think it's going to work. I might have to get my heavy duty stapler out. I definitely don't think the tiny attacher is going to work. Let me get my stapler, my regular stapler, and see if it's going to work. I have kind of a older one here, so let's see if this is going to work. I'm going to stand up and use all my, I think we're going to do it right above that line there. So maybe on both sides. And if I, yep, that worked. If I shake the camera, I apologize, but just one more staple. Like that. That one didn't go in too good. Of course, one goes in good, the other one doesn't. So let me see if I can get this out of here. Try it one more time. Okay, one more time. There we go, perfect. Okay. So now we've got that, and she's got her receipt book in here with all her papers in there. Isn't that fun? And look at all the writing room you have just in this one thing. So this is going to go in here. And then you will see it through the window. So I wasn't worried about what you were going to see because, oh, you can almost see the word Paris. How clever is that? And part of the flower. I love that. So that goes in there. And then on this side, I have that folded paper for now. What else did I? Oh, I know. We'll get to more of that, but let me show you how I want to close this. I want to start the closure. So on this, even though we're going to use this as a tuck, we're going to take a little bit of the space, and I'm going to punch a hole. I have an eyelet here, and let me get my, I'm going to use the bigger opening here. And let me get in there and get that hole punched like that. Okay. And I'm going to put the eyelet in there. If I can get it in there. Yep. Okay. Right on the end there like that. That works perfect. And then I'm going to set that. Oops. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see if that's going to work. I hope it works. I don't have much strength in my left. I'm lefty, and I don't have a lot of strength. So let me give it a little push and just see what's happening. Nope, I've got to do it more. I don't even know if I have it on the right setting, but we'll figure it out. Okay. Let me make sure I get two hands on this. I might have to, oh my goodness, hold on. Okay, there, I think it went now. Perfect. Did it go in there? Yeah, just a little bit more. A smidge more. I'm just so afraid to push too hard, but I gotta go a little harder. Okay, there we go. I felt that go in. Okay, let me put that down a second and get this all. See, one flips, then the next, then the next, then the next. Okay, there, perfect. It's in there. So, if you remember from what project did I use? I had bought this Peaches and Cream hand-dyed silk, and I thought it would go really nice on here. So, I was thinking that we could, and you could use anything. You could use a cording. You could use a thread, like a white thread. Let me just see. I'm trying to see if I can get this in doubled here is what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to see if I can reach in there and pull that through, because that's what I would like to do. There, see? And I thought, let me see if we pull it through there like that, right? Then we would have a couple of, let me see how that works. So I think that will look nice. Make it, I can always cut it shorter if I needed it. So I'm gonna cut about that much doubled. So that's about, yeah, that's about 20, almost 24 inches that I'm doing that. So I'm going to find my scissors here and I'm going to cut this off. Doesn't have to be exact, but I'm just going to cut that off now just because I want to see what it looks like. And then we'll use this. We're going to put a tie on the inside of the journal cover for here, and then there's going to be a separate tie for the journal itself. And I was thinking it'd be fun to just do it like this. So let's see how that looks without pussy. And then this will tie, there will be another one coming here, so we'll have a real pretty tie here. And this way the tie doesn't go across all the way. You could make a tie go from here to here and then tie it in the middle, but I just love how that looks. I just wanted to see the lady of that owns the flower shop. I'm going to name her Francine for France, okay? I'll name her Francine. Her shop's in Paris, okay? So, yeah, so that's as far as we got so far. I thought that'd be a good amount to give you some ideas on how to get going on this. And then when I see you in the next video, we're going to continue adding on to this journal and making more pieces for it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Have a blessed day. Take care. Bye.